I
What?
know it's getting cold out.
Dude,
Anyways,
dude, listen. The thing is, I am like 100% sure that you're not gonna be able to hear the soundboard, but I have a soundboard, so I'm gonna
why can't I hear
place.
it?
Well,
Is
because
this
I feel like there's basically like no feedback on Video Ninja in terms of like the soundboard coming through, because the soundboard is in my program on OBS and it's
okay?
not
Now
looping
explain it
back
to me
into.
like now explain to me like I'm five. No, just kidding. I get it. I get it. I get
You
it.
got it. You basically just technically like it can't do it. I was gonna say something about something. Wow, isn't that a great fucking podcast? It just kind of, I just wanted to say something about something.
Yeah, that's all we do, really.
Welcome back, bitch.
Let's
Everyone's
focus on
pissed
the.
about the fact that you abandoned us for like
Okay, first of all, I was gonna
300
say
years.
let's talk about the skinny elephant in the room, okay? Which is me. Ah! Yeah,
The
you thought you
skinny,
got rid of
tiny
me?
elephant in the room,
You, th-
literally like 4 foot nothing.
you thought you got rid of me, hey? Not. I came back this year with a new shade of the same sweater. This is Cheeto print. Cheeto print. Whoa. Cheetos colored sweater. Also, let's talk about it. The pink edition Red Bull. I don't know if we made this clear that I'm a Red Bull connoisseur, but I am, and I'm really enjoying this flavor. I don't like them usually, like the exclusive edition, new edition flavors, but this one's hitting. It's white peach. Lisa would like this.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, anyways, let's talk about it. After popular demand and you bitches saying my mask was scary, um, you're in luck because I lost it actually.
Dude,
So
how
now,
the thing is, this is a red light mask, okay? Let's start there. And the fact that you lost it is insanity. How do you just lose
girl,
it? It's so massive.
girl, I've lost everything in my life. I've lost my job, my house. Losing a little LED mask is that is child's play for me. Like
At least it didn't get repossessed or something.
I know, right? Damn, but I do really wonder where it went,
Well,
respectfully,
maybe it
because
was
like that's the only
repossessed and you just don't know. They just snuck it in. I
maybe
wouldn't put it past them.
honestly at this point repossess me at this point.
Yeah, you know
Put me
what?
back straight up the womb.
Dude, first and foremost, I think that the only time, probably the only fucking time ever, our money was spent, our tax money was spent well, was heated rivalry.
Yeah, respectfully, let's get into it. Let's get into it. I know all of you guys have seen my booty hole brown heated rivalry. And don't come at me with that. Don't come at me. Don't come at me with that because honestly, there was a lot of booty. There was a lot of booty hole.
Um, yeah, well, the thing is, as per usual, I'm gonna confess, okay? Just so we know.
She didn't watch it. She watched it through TikTok. Yeah, yada yada yada. You don't even have to say it, girl. I knew you didn't watch it.
If it's an
I
obscure, weird ass film that's honestly not even that interesting, but it does have a lot of good visuals, chances are I've seen it in full, even if it's 6 hours long. If it's something that's pop culture
good
related,
visuals. You're saying two muscular buttocks is not good visuals enough for you, girl.
well, by good, I mean
You're the
like,
twin. You're literally the twink queen.
yeah, it's true. It's true. I can't deny that. I'm asking Connor's story if he's sure that he's not interested in girls at all. That's it.
Connor, you have 3 days to respond.
That sounds like a threat from The Ring. Like you have three
Well,
days and then you
it
die.
is kind of a threat.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah, dude.
I love that you take it
That
so seriously for me. Thank you.
yeah, that show, like like I'm gonna name my firstborn son Ilya.
Yeah.
And if he's
Listen.
not gay.
Oh. He's supposed to be exactly like in the show, he would have to be bi, right?
Sorry. He just like me though.
Everybody in. First and foremost, I personally like the thing is, I have said before when we were talking about Euphoria, and I had like a video that like a while ago about Euphoria where I said that there's a reason why Gen Z is more puritanical, and it's because all the sex scenes that they get in movies and shows and whatever are very degrading, and
Yeah.
usually always degrading to the woman. So
Yeah. Agreed.
obviously girls are turning more and more like puritanical and whatever, because it is a natural reaction to something where someone, like for example in Euphoria, it's always like Cassie, her tits are out, they're bouncing around, but the guy is like completely covered up or something like that, and it's like, okay, well, what is going on here? Like, is this a sex scene, or is it just like a gratification for the men watching, or like kind of like trying to pull them
Oh,
into
yeah.
watching it, you know?
Totally.
So it does not feel like it is a, and also it usually is very poorly integrated into the story, where yes, there is nothing wrong with showing, for example, because you know people are always like, well, it's natural, why can't we have a scene of this? And it's like, no, you can't have a scene of this. It's just we also don't really show them eating, for example, for a whole hour or like half an hour, whatever, however long it takes you to eat in the show, without editing or without them having a conversation or without it showing something. It's just the way that film works. Like, you have to have a point for every scene, otherwise like you're not filming it. And there is a point to sex scenes. It doesn't have to even drive the plot. It can just show the dynamic. It can just show them like joking or like, or anything about their dynamic, really. Like, it can show someone's character really well if you actually write it as if they're human beings and not some kind of blow up dolls.
Yeah.
So there's like, obviously there's a lot of people who are just puritanical now, and it's kind of on the rise. It's true. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I've noticed that myself, that there's a lot of people who are like coming into my comments, and sometimes like the things that they say, it's like, okay, well, mayhaps like, you know, reconsider a little bit. But as we've said, with that tweet, with that infamous raw tweet,
Yeah.
there's definitely this like issue of people, honestly, people are just a little slow. They need to pick up speed in terms of like using their brains, because it's just really infuriating when you're having a conversation and they're just like not picking up on the nuance, and it's like, you're just being dumb as shit. Like, I need you to speed it up. Speed it up.
Lock in a little bit.
And the funniest thing also, you know, with heated rivalries, that I have never been both people at the same time, in the sense of them having that conversation about McGill. I'm both.
Oh, yeah.
Like, him being like, oh, he played for McGill, like he's really good, and him being like, McGill, what the fuck is McGill?
Yeah.
And me being like,
Valid.
I've been both. I've been both people in this situation. It's like,
So true.
all the things, all the references there are like uniquely catered to me as a Russian Canadian. Like, every
No,
single
actually,
thing that you
Oh my
said,
god, that didn't even hit me till now. Yeah.
every single thing.
This show actually gave me back a little bit of pride to be Canadian. I'm like, yeah, we made this show, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we
you're
did make this
welcome.
show.
You're welcome, world.
Yeah,
you're welcome,
You're
America.
Yeah.
Oh, someone posted about how it's not going to be nominated for Emmys because it was funded by the government, and like a foreign government, right? And I was like, and I retweeted it, and I was like, Canuck phobia strikes again.
Yeah.
Just saying. But
Also, I
Yeah.
heard what's his face. Sorry, I always call people what's his face because I'm so bad with names. The main character, the half
Yeah.
one, which dude has been going on and on how they stole his likeness, and he's literally been posting. He's been posting on his stories. He's like, posting this on my story every day until I'm in heated rivalry season 2.
no,
like, dude,
seriously. Yeah. No,
like-
I thought about that though. You know what? It kind of opened my eyes on, like, I told you before, I was like, I think like your partner, he reminds me of my dad, and I realized it's not anything. They don't have anything in common, even in terms of like the one thing that they have in common is they are half. So they look.
Yeah, there.
They just
They
look.
look-
There's
the look.
something. There's like a certain look that's so like quintessentially like mixed man who's like specifically half white, half Asian.
Somebody actually said to him that he looks like Uyghur. From
Yeah,
your
Uyghur.
Okay. Yeah, and then I think and then he was like, "What'd you just call me?" Like, what?
Because the thing is, the way that they pronounce it in English, yeah, it sounds funky. it sounds like you're trying to say
Yeah.
white N-word,
Yeah.
which is very, very weird sounding. It's true.
And
Like,
he was telling me that. Oh, I think they actually mean you look like one of like the indigenous people like from Russia, like Siberia area.
yeah, I
Or
mean,
like
I think they're kind of
from
like they're
China,
nomadic.
maybe?
There's nomadic,
Yeah.
so they're like all over the place. There's a lot of them,
Sorry,
for example,
nomadic, yeah.
in Kazakhstan. There's like a ton in Kazakhstan, and then
Oh,
there's a
he's
lot
been told
in
that too.
Xinjiang. Yeah, but Kazakhstani people, a lot of them are Uyghur. So whenever people
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that,
yeah.
like it makes sense. But that's the thing, like that's why also he has like similarities because like yeah, like my dad is like Uyghur is the background. So
He's been going crazy about that.
fair
All
enough,
the
honestly,
stories.
because I thought about that. I was like, yeah, I think that you're gonna say something about it.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, he got invested. He got invested into that. I'm like, boy, you wouldn't
Also,
last a day.
I think that okay, what really did it for me is the fact that I think the director, but also whoever is the lighting person and stuff like that, the DP, also,
Yeah.
they're all actually have pretty good taste. So even though this is a very cut and dry type of thing in terms of like this is a romance and it's also romance that's based on a like popular romance book. So usually they're not really treated with that much like artistic integrity. And
Insert after.
yeah,
Insert it ends with us.
even red, white, and royal blue, like the actors really killed it and stuff like that, yes, but the look is cheapened quite a bit by the colors they chose, by the framing that they chose. And it's not to say that the director did a bad job or something, because it's a romance, it's like it's supposed to be a little bit lighter and stuff like that, so it makes sense that they went for lighter colors. It's not like a dig, but I think
Yeah.
it's just like it doesn't have the same vibe as when people really experiment well with those things. And you know what? The biggest thing that shows whether someone can film really well, well, it really shows whether someone can make a small budget work when they're filming a club scene.
It's so true. It's so true. This is the test.
Like
It's the
it's a litmus
test.
test, and usually
I felt
people
like I was
fail
there.
it. Yes, because the thing is, like the lighting department killed it with that one. Okay, I gotta give them props. They absolutely killed it. The lighting was so immersive. It didn't feel like they were not at the club, but in the studio. They actually killed it because usually it feels like it's a studio, and it's just like the only time it works when like the lighting is okay but it's like kind of like not perfect is when they're doing what is it called like prom scenes,
Oh yeah.
because
Yeah.
proms do feel artificial like that. They feel
Oh,
really
yeah, it
strange.
totally
They feel
does.
like this fake club type of situation. So when they
Yeah.
do that, you're like, yeah, well, no shit. Of course it's
Yep.
going to look flat like that. But they are supposed to, that's the whole point, that they're making a show about two successful athletes. If they're going to be going to like clubs, it's going to be a club that's going to look good. You know what I mean? Like you can't.
I knew it was good and immersive when it really looked like the last thing I saw when I was in Celebs the last time before I blacked out. I was like, this is so real.
This is so real. But also, you can tell that someone queer made it because all these things she said started playing. I was like, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Tattoo, yep.
Tattoo, yep.
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 Okay. Like I see you. And also the thing is, just play any tattoo song and you've got me because they're so fucking catchy. First of all, second of all, the production
Yeah.
is amazing. Third of all, I grew up on them. This was my era of Russian music. Okay, tattoo was everywhere. Like literally, you couldn't turn on our MTV version without tattoo playing. That's just like wasn't an option. And I'm pretty sure they were so big that they were also like everywhere in Europe at that time as well. I don't know about America.
They were even here. I was listening to that in the early like 2000s as well, which is crazy.
See,
I
okay,
didn't even
so
know they were Russian.
yeah. And like it's so crazy because I think one of them is married to a woman now, and then the other one is homophobic as shit. Duality of man. So fucking funny. Like this, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, that scene really well done in terms of music. The way that they changed it from like the tattoo version to this remix with the male voice, absolutely fantastic. The sex scenes, I think, even though like they are very explicit and stuff like that, so don't watch it with your parents, unless you are like white American and you don't mind that type of shit. In my culture, we don't do that together. Like that's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
weird.
really weird, but
Sorry to say.
okay.
Like I know that there's a lot of people who are like who call their mom Stacy or something like by first name. They like don't mind that type of shit. I do. I don't like watching it with my mom.
I couldn't imagine.
And my mom would be like my mom wouldn't even say anything, but I would feel uncomfortable. It's just like their boundaries, you know what I mean? Like I don't like that mixing. But I think that the sex scenes are one of those things where they are so well integrated into the story. Like you can tell that when they are not when they're like both. Well, I mean, I don't think that Ilya is really closeted like he is, but he's not. Like all the people who are close to
Yeah.
him who are actually in his life know about it. So it's not like he's closeted in the same way that Shane is, because Shane is
Yeah.
kind of like he lives in a more kind of accepting society in that sense, but at the same time he's a hockey player. I don't think the hockey players are very accepting of that, sorry to say.
Yeah.
They're also like quite misogynist. We know that as Canadians. There's so many
Yeah.
scandals
Well,
here that you guys don't know about, like Americans, I mean, by you guys, that are so horrific. The essay that's going on there and that they don't get
yeah.
prosecuted for. It's so like it's really bad. Like it's one of our dark spots in our society, to
Yeah.
be honest.
And also like growing up in a city where we do have an NHL team, like you be hearing it's a small town and girls talk. You be hearing some shit
Yeah. Yeah,
for real.
like you know
But
so much shit about this that you don't want to know, in a sense of like it's just kind of depressing.
I mean there's so many just rich white conservative kids that end up playing hockey. So it's an expensive
Yes,
sport.
yes. Because
So
now, especially the thing is, like back in the day when it was Soviet Union, we had so many people who would go into sports just because they are talented, and people would be picked based on talent. Like there was
talent,
no,
yeah.
you didn't have to pay to go and play hockey. You didn't have to pay to become an athlete. You were paid to become an athlete. You know, you were paid basically. It's kind of the same as like how our universities worked back then, where you would get paid to go study. And it's not like that anymore. So now we're also having like weaker teams than we used to, because we used to have basically picking from everybody. Now we're picking from the richer crop, and rich people, there's nothing like it's sorry to say, but you guys are not better than anybody else, especially when it comes to fucking sports. Anyway, there's a lot of people I saw like I watched people reacting to it as well, because I was curious to see what gay guys were thinking about it, right? So I watched like reactions of channels that are ran by like a couple of gays and
A couple of days.
a couple of gays just like hanging out watching shit. And I noticed that a lot of them were constantly, and not just them, I think I saw it in comments a lot. Well, Ilya can't be queer in Russia, he's gonna get killed. What the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking
I,
about? I mean, like,
I
yes,
had that question too when I was watching it. I was like,
I kind
yeah.
of I feel really confused by people like exaggerating. Okay, the thing is, do we have people who can like attack you or fight you or whatever for whatever reason? We have that in school just in general. For example, in my school, but that's like common in America as well. So I don't know why they're like trying to make it seem like it's not common,
Yeah,
but
it's just like,
not gay specifically, but we have in schools our guys just fight a lot, and sometimes they like pick on others and other things like that. Like I had guys just like beat each other up for no fucking reason and stuff like that. But it's not as huge or as common. I think
mm,
that it's less common in Canada in general, but I was followed home one time with guys like throwing, like being really aggressive behind me. I think I told you about it. I don't know if I told
yeah, yeah.
it on the pod or not, but I definitely
You
had
told
that
me for
happen.
sure.
Yes, because in class I said that this group of women in India who killed a guy who was like constantly
Oh,
raping
yeah.
everyone, and
Mm-hmm.
everyone in class were like, the guys were like, oh my god, she got off his dingaling, how could she? And I was like, what do you mean, how could she? In this scenario, when you hear of a guy who keeps on saying everybody in the village, you're putting yourself in the shoes of the guy.
You're weird.
You're weird. So I told them
Yeah.
so in class. I was like, I'm really concerned about the fact that you guys are so concerned about his fucking appendage more than you are concerned with people's lives who he's like ruining.
100%.
Children, women, men, whoever it is, like no one was
Yeah,
doing
I don't
anything.
I
The
don't
government wasn't doing anything, so they took care of it as a community. What are you talking about? What is your problem? Like, why would you put yourself in that, in his shoes, right? And then they, after class, when I was going home, they were like behind me, threatening me, like three guys. But I was like, I knew that they were just like little bitches, like they're not gonna do anything anyway. So I just
yeah.
kind of like kept on walking. Like, what are they gonna do?
But it's not
Just
anything. I don't think that's anything different than like any other country in the world, respectfully.
yeah, but I
Like,
actually I actually said the same type of shit back home, and I've never been threatened over it by guys. Like they would just kind of they usually respect if you're mean, they respect that.
it's
They
just
don't mind
like,
it.
yeah. It's
But
just a cultural difference.
yeah, I think here people can be a little bit kind of testy about you being mean or whatever, but it's like, well, I think you're being mean actually. That's my opinion.
No, because people have a weird conception about what is considered mean.
Yeah.
It's just like so annoying. Even I'm getting to that point too, where I'm just like, dude, like,
It's like this non-violence position, but if you're non-violent in a situation where you can do something and someone is being violently oppressed or whatever and you're not doing anything, I think that actually you being non-violent is also a form of violence. That means like you're just not, like you're not helping, you're not giving a shit. It's also
yeah,
taking a stand.
You're a neutral ass bitch, and I hate a neutral ass bitch. Like,
Yeah.
that's just it. But anyways,
So yeah, so to people who were saying that, yes, culturally homophobic, the same way as straight men here are, mostly, not all, but a lot of guys are also homophobic here, is the same back home. However, it's not legal to murder. Like to those people who are like, well, he's gonna go home, they're gonna murder him. They think that the government murders gays, and it's like, okay, you're just nuts at this point. Murder is still illegal. Like, yeah, you can't propagate being gay or whatever the hell, which is like really kind of like a catch-all type of thing where they don't like somebody, they can kind of be like, oh, actually, you're propagating gay shit. It's just them trying to have the most control they can in terms of like laws, where they can use any law to do whatever they want. This is just like oligarchy shit, you know? But
Yeah.
in terms of like specifically exterminating, are you insane? Are you nuts? Perchance. I was gonna say about the actor who plays Ilya, I was like, that bitch, he's not Russian? What the fuck? I was kind of,
looks Russian to me, and the accent was good.
yes. And the
And he
thing
was
is,
speaking it pretty good.
yeah, I
Right?
think that when I was listening to him, like he was like giving like a whole fucking monologue. It's so interesting because obviously there's some moments where I'm like, yeah, there's an accent there, but it's the best I've ever heard someone who's not Russian speaking Russian. It's kind of crazy. I was very impressed because honestly, Westerners are really bad at speaking Russian. Even after years of learning it, they don't have the right tone. They don't have the right like pronunciation and stuff like that. And this guy sounded like some of the phrases that he was saying, some of the sentences full on. I was like, that's a Russian man. That can't be right that he's from Texas. What the fuck? And doesn't even have any roots, like any Slavic roots, which I was like, well, at least he's Slavic. Maybe not Russian, but some kind of Slav. No.
Nothing. He's just pure Caucasian from Texas?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I don't understand how he did this, but then I realized, you know what? It actually showed so much to me in terms of how we determine whether someone is or isn't like Slavic on like more of a undercurrent level, because I didn't realize until I saw him speaking in the interview how different he is from the character, to the point where I don't see Ilya at all whenever he's in the interviews. I don't see an ounce of that character in him.
The voice is so different, like his actual
So
voice.
different. And I realized, you know what? It's not just the way that he's pronouncing things, it's the way that he's holding his face. We have a different, like, the mimic, like, not mimic. How do you even, Like the mini movements of the face
yeah.
are so different. I realize he holds his jaw differently or something. Maybe it's an accident, maybe it's on purpose, I don't know. But he definitely does hold his jaw differently when he plays that character, which changes his face entirely to the point where it's like, that's a Slavic man. That's what Slavic men do. It's just weird. The way he was smoking, I was like, that's a Slavic man. It's fucking weird. Like, he really killed it. He really, I don't know who coached him. I don't know who explained shit to him, who coached him or anything, but it's so crazy because I was the way that, you know, when he was like in the not the river, was it the river or was it like some body of water, bitch? I don't know.
Oh, the
at
lake?
the cottage, the lake.
Yeah.
At the cottage, he like comes tries to, not tries to, but he's kind of coming out of the water and he's like, "Oh, give me a kiss." The way that he said it, the way that he came up, I was like, oh my god, that's a Slav if I've ever seen one.
You're like,
yeah, no, I was like, oh my god, like this can't be for real. It's I think because it's the same person that I started, like, I kind of realized how many little things make me kind of clock a Slav. Because I wasn't thinking about that ever, but then I like saw him in the interviews and stuff like that, and I was like, what is it about him that doesn't read at all as Russian to me when he's in interviews? And because of that, I started to notice so many things. I'm like, the way that he was moving, coming up to him from the water, and he was like, give me a kiss. I was like, oh my god, that's a fucking Slavic man if I've ever seen one.
yeah.
What the hell? How did he
That's
do
good
that?
acting.
How did he do that?
Good acting.
It's kind of like, it's genuinely insane.
Also, Ilya's immigrant story, that one hit. Like him giving money to that one hit. Oh,
yeah, I mean, like, he kind of got really unlucky with the family. It's really rare, at least in my experience, and I know that it's not for everybody, but in my experience, it's really rare to have like both parents who are like this in, like, when it's a Slavic family, to have like like not have one of them and then the other one being a dick. Like, just that combination. Really, yes. But not having anybody is really
it's just DED.
Rare. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, it's rare to have a family full on like this.
Yeah. Also, they picked the most cuntiest Russian names, like the Russian names that we Alexei, stop it. Svetlana, stop it.
Yeah, but I'm confused as to why they keep on saying Svetlana to her when, like, that's their friend. They wouldn't say her full name. It's kind of like calling me Yelizaveta all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably.
Like, it's Lisa or Lisa.
Maybe just so people can remember her.
Because I would change that to Sveta here and there. Like, why is he calling her Svetlana when they're alone and they're about to sleep together? Like, no, that's Sveta to you, bitch. What the hell?
Yeah, but that name just eats every time.
But also, the actress is actually half Russian.
Oh, okay, slay.
And she was speaking clean Russian because she studied in Moscow acting school or something like that, I think.
Oh,
and her
cool.
actual name is Ksusha.
Oh, okay, freaking hell yeah.
Well, Ksenia, but Ksusha is just like the short version. Well, it's not really short, I guess, but it's like the more like familiar version.
Yeah, that's some stuff I'll never, the Russian shorthand names, like the nicknames, it's never gonna make sense to me.
No, Alexei being Losha. There's also for Alexander, it's Sasha, Sanya.
Yeah, that's
Shurik,
crazy.
Shura is crazy. Why is it Shura? Alexander and Shura, how is it even fucking related? Explain that to me. I don't understand that, let alone foreigners. I don't get it.
All we gotta say, good show, addicting to watch. Get it? Addicting to watch. Oh, got him. Yeah, it was great. It was great. It was good. It was vibes. Like, honestly, if you want to watch something and you need a break from reality, just watch Heated Rivalry, respectfully.
Yeah, and also, you know, it was kind of nice to hear something being occurring in Canada, and actually someone who knows the names of the cities and stuff, because I feel like
so true.
Knowing the references like McGill and stuff, because usually it feels like nobody ever understands those things. I feel like maybe the author is Canadian, because
I think the author is Canadian. They're from like Nova Scotia or something.
that makes sense, because the thing is, it's like
Yeah.
it's so weird because we're never getting the right references whenever someone is talking about Canadians, for example, and like they write about them in American shows, they never bring up U of T or McGill or UBC when they're talking about universities that are
so
the ones
true.
that you want to get into. They're always still talking about fucking Harvard and Yale and
Yeah, I know.
no,
Like,
like we
oh,
don't.
okay.
Nobody wants to pay that amount of money to get subpar education anyway.
It's like if
Columbia
if
much?
I'm gonna, yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna get subpar education, I'm gonna pay less for it and go to a local school. Okay.
Literally. And also I think there's like a lot of conversation and a lot of controversy now about it because people are, well, it's a Russian character, and now they're like mad about it. So I'm assuming we can expect some unpleasant comments as well.
Oh my God, can we just enjoy a sweet little gay couple who are also kind of raunchy? Like, please, can we just enjoy it?
Kind
God.
of. It's so crazy
Yeah, it's
because
actually like
they almost lost me in the first 2 episodes, I'm not gonna lie, because it was way too little personal stuff for me. In terms of
yeah, I
like
think because they
I've
were
seen
just
your
like
hole, I haven't seen your heart. I haven't seen the whole of your mind, but I've seen the other holes. Like I feel like it's kind of I was kind of losing interest because it's just like me personally. I don't think that this is
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like many
It's
people
like
just
hookup.
love the
It's
sex
like
scenes and
hookup
stuff.
culture.
This is propaganda for hookups. And you know what? I think, by the way, I need to say this before anybody gets any ideas. The reason why a situationship worked for them and it's not gonna work for you, bitch, okay, is because those two are closeted, really, really famous athletes, okay? There's a reason why they're not bringing shit up. There's a reason why they're hiding. There's a reason why they're only seeing each other whenever they're in town or whatever the hell. This is not about you. Drop that
Don't get
stupid ass
any
boy.
don't get any tricky ideas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the thing is, I saw today that one of those videos where there's two slides, you know, and the first one, the first image is someone being like, you just have to, sometimes you just have to read a text and move on with your life or whatever. And the text is this guy being basically like, you know, I know that we might love each other and we might cuddle up or whatever, but then I know I'm still gonna have to leave to go study to be and become an orthodontist and help people with their teeth. Basically,
Dude,
being like, I can't be in a serious relationship because of that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude,
That made me laugh so hard. I thought I
it's
was
so
gonna
funny.
throw up. Like,
I love doing that to guys. I love being a woman in a man's field. I love pulling that stunt. They're like, "Aren't you in your 30s and you're still girl, I'm changing my career. I'm going to be a surgeon. I can't be with you." It's not that I don't love you. I'm just trying to learn how to do open heart surgery.
yeah, listen, I can't be both your girl and also run a podcast. Women
Dude,
in male
honestly,
dominated fields.
love it. I love being one of those hoes.
I feel like I'm forgetting something about Heated Rivalry. Tell whatever you want to tell us because you haven't been here in fucking forever, and I know everyone's gonna be like, "So where the fuck were
Stop
you,
talking.
bitch?"
I know aren't I more like fascinating and mysterious than heated rivalry? Yeah, I want to know about what happened to me.
Yes. What happened, bitch?
Well, first of all, capitalism got to me
Mm-hmm.
again,
Mm-hmm.
and I am still struggling. Yeah. Yeah, so I had to go MIA because I had to work obscure hours that were just too unpredictable, and it was just too crazy. I was depressed, still am.
Me too, bitch.
Don't get it twisted.
Oh, we saw each other though. We didn't tell them about that at all.
Yeah,
I went
yes,
back
but
to Vancouver for a week, perchance.
yeah, a week per chance before the holidays, and we did a photo shoot in the freezing cold.
Oh
Freezed our
yes.
tits off. Well, Lisa did, not
Yeah.
me.
Mm-hmm.
We bargained $150 dress down to 40. Lisa did.
A what?
Bargained
Bargain.
$150 silk dress to $40.
Oh yes, yes, we did do that. Yeah, I forgot.
And
I
then
was like, wait, what?
we attended Lisa's art auction she was doing
Yes.
with the board,
The board
which was fun. What
with
else did we
Access
do?
Gallery.
Yeah, an access gallery, and we just vibed. We just vibed. We
We
just
just
chilled.
vibed. Yeah. Yum, yum, yum.
I can't even say that you guys missed anything because I literally was either just I was just working essentially,
Yeah,
trying to
we
get my
ate soup
bag out.
together. It
Yeah,
was
we had
really
some fun
good.
together
We dyed, you know what? We dyed that dress with
with
pomegranate juice.
pomegranate.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Which was like really pretty color actually.
I have it now, and it's like fading into like a nice kind of like magenta. It's
Oh,
still like
nice.
red at the seams, but like it kind of set to this magenta color. It's really nice. Um, yeah, anyways, like yeah, I've just been freaking working dog. I'm tired, yo.
Same. I feel like I like work so much, and the thing is it's like so dumb because technically speaking to
Whoa.
many people it's like what is it really work, you know? But yeah, unfortunately.
It is work because our work-life balance is non-existent. It's like 90% work and 10% maybe taking care of your
And it's
body
not
odor,
good.
like something like that.
Yeah, this is not like being like, "Oh my God, I work so much." It's more fuck me.
Yeah,
I can't afford to not work this much. This is not a
yeah,
conversation of being like I'm so productive. Like, no bitch.
literally.
It's a
I
conversation of
literally,
I'm dying. I have to force
yeah,
myself to work through anything and everything.
yeah. I just had like a cry moment this morning because I had like a meeting with a job that I just did. I'm not gonna
Mm.
get paid for another like net 30, and like it's just like oh,
30
how am I
days.
gonna pay my, yeah, not including weekends. It's like
Oh my
oh, how
God,
am I
fuck.
gonna,
They always do this shit. This is the same thing with mm, brand deals. It's like usually it takes 2 months to actually get paid.
yeah, yeah, same. That's
And I
pretty much what it
rarely
is.
get deals nowadays because actually the deals, like, there's a lot less, there's not a lot of brands that promote on YouTube nowadays. And
Yeah.
out of them, most of them are scams. So I have to not engage with them, right? So it's really rare for me to actually get a fucking sponsorship.
Yeah, so it's like it's funny because like I feel like since I've been gone from the pod, it's the most busy I've ever worked, but like I'm still on the struggle bus so hard right now. Dude, I don't know. I'm due on my Wi-Fi bill. My Wi-Fi is gonna get cut at any moment because like I
Can
can't
you imagine
afford
cuts
it.
right now?
That'd be so funny. You should fake cut it.
Yeah.
You should fake
I'm putting in sound effects right now that you can't
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah, but that's literally where I've been, guys. Like literally just working to the bone. I got pretty sick for a while also with vertigo, but I also just had to work through it. I was just like popping fucking meds all day. But
Yeah.
the hope is like honestly, the hope is that I get something a little more stable this year so I can come back and just like have a fucking schedule. Because that's really the worst part was like I had no routine. Like even just like the basic things, eating, not to be gross, but taking care of myself, like sleeping, like all of that kind of stuff was like just freaking out the window. Yeah, and then it's just like getting paid randomly when you have bills set on certain dates is just like impossible. Also, not getting paid enough. Nobody is at this point. So yeah, that's been me.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I feel like, I don't know, I think that, it's so strange because I saw some podcast, not agencies, but kind of, like the representation or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
studios or whatever the hell. And it's so
Yeah.
strange. I saw Caleb Heron was like on Headgum and
Oh
now he's
yes, yeah.
on like Wet, I think.
Excuse me?
Is that Wave? Oops.
Did you say wet?
Yes.
The worst name ever. I'm like,
No, I
you're
meant
so
Wave. It's a Wave. Um,
dude, your
and
mind is still in heated rivalry. I can't lie.
sorry. Anyway, so I think basically I looked at before when he was on HeadGum, I looked at the pods there, and then I looked at the pods on this wave thing, because since he has more closer politics to me, I was like, well, that means that they're cool with it, right? At least. And I looked at it. This is so weird. There's so many podcasts here that have very few reviews, like 8 reviews, for example, but they are with a studio, or like with representation. What the hell is going on? How does that even work?
Do you feel like those ones are like fake or something, and then they just use that as like collateral for like people to sign up with them? Like, oh yeah, we got this many, but then they don't look into it hard enough. I don't know. That doesn't really make sense. 8 reviews is really crazy.
Because the thing is, they could just have somebody else on there. Technically speaking, if they could get Caleb, I assume they have something to offer. But
Yeah,
maybe
right?
I'm wrong, and maybe Caleb is just like doing some kind of weird shit that I don't know about. But it's just like really weird to me. If any one of you is working in this sphere, can you explain what the fuck that's about? Because it makes very little sense to me. It would be more manageable for me to, for example, make podcast all the time and then make videos once in a while that are a bit more high production, and like think about what I actually want to do in terms of big projects. Because the thing is, I started this when I was 22, and I feel like I don't really want to be doing conversations about pop culture or something like that when I'm 40. You know what I mean? Like, I need to start preparing for the future where
For the future.
where I have like other projects that kind of show my work. Like, I actually really want to do that art special, a combination of things. Because the thing is, I'm not into theater or anything like that, but I do want to do more high production video that explores some themes about like mortality and stuff. And that is like something that would require a studio, and that would require like a DP. It would require a commitment in terms of money and stuff. And I feel like I can't do any of that when I'm just like constantly doing smaller projects that, I don't know, it's just not, it's also really difficult on YouTube to be doing anything and like have like a consistent income nowadays. Because if you haven't blown up in 2020, and you don't want to be making videos that are just talking about fucking Onision or something like that for the fucking 100th time, when it's like kind of like a documentary, but it's not really. It's like someone just reading what happened to this particular YouTuber or to this TikToker or whatever the hell. Like, I don't want to be doing this gossip shit. And that's the only thing that is consistently lucrative on YouTube. I just don't want to do it. And I feel like there's enough people doing it. We don't need more.
Yes, please stop. We don't need more.
So I was thinking about like, how can I monetize the pod well? And then I'm like, I just don't understand the system, because it's so weird that these podcasts have studios and stuff like that, but they don't have any motion. They got no pool. They don't have an audience. I just really don't understand how it works, to be honest. Like, it just makes no sense to me.
I feel like it's probably, not gonna lie, I feel like it's gonna be like a lot of agencies, because I've like a lot of different creative agencies, because I find that actually the creative agencies benefit way more having the artist there versus like how much the artist gets from the agency.
Well, yeah, I agree. I don't
That's at least
even
my
think that it would be a
experience.
good deal, to be honest.
Yeah, right.
But I am wondering about how I could consistently monetize it to actually have something more consistent, because it's just impossible to constantly go up and down. It's insane. I put in so much work, like a whole month of reading and research into Spametics videos, but one of them is like at like, oh, I don't know, 1,500 views or something like that. And I'm really proud of that research. I'm really happy that I posted. I'm really happy that I did it. But it doesn't pay the bills, you know? So it's kind of like,
right. And it's like
yeah. And sometimes I'm like,
even if we got like a little bit of like income and it's just stable, like that would help so much. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
just in general, to be able to do like the other creative stuff we want to do, and also just like not have to feel like we're forced to do all this other little stuff that is kind of not in a, not that it's completely meaningless, but sometimes meaningless, and you don't want to do it just because you have to pay the bills.
And
Like,
sometimes it's not even most of the time the issue with it is not even the fact that it's like a small kind of thing or not, but more about the fact that I have like no life work balance because of it. I technically don't get paid even minimum wage with this. So I have to work basically 2 full-time jobs so I can have something. It's just like a bit too much. I think that thankfully like my business is kind of helpful in the sense of like actually having something, but again, it's also not like consistent, right? So you don't know how much you're gonna get per each month. So I'm just tired of this instability, but everyone's right now is struggling with the instability. So it's not
Yeah,
like
it's
I'm
not just us.
yeah, it's not like we're
Yeah.
in a unique situation here, but I think it's just really weird because like I apply for jobs, for example, to like have stability, right? And I apply for producer jobs or something like that, like assistant producers, whatever, for podcasts and shit, for example. And those podcasts are usually with the radio, with TV here and stuff like that, right? And it's so weird because they're programming where they have 10 to 20 people working on it. Each one of them gets paid from like 70 to 80K a year at least, right? Their views are under 100 views on YouTube. Their reviews on Spotify are under 5 reviews or under 8 reviews. And I don't even get an interview. I don't know. Sounds strange to me. Sounds strange to me.
I know, dude.
Clearly, I know what I'm doing more than you do because I'm doing this with $0.
Dude, honestly, there has to be some kind of conspiracy because, like, also during the time that I was away, like, I went through, I kid you not, guys, like, almost 10 just going through rounds and rounds of interviews for like 10 different workplaces, doing 3 to 4 interviews per company plus a project. And every single response, 90% of the responses, maybe 95% of the responses was, we decided to go with somebody who's been working with us for a long time. It's like, dude, you knew you were gonna do that, and then you just like,
Why do this then? Why have 4 or 5 fucking interviews then? What is the point? I don't get it.
Cut me off after one. And then they'll be like, oh, can you send us your project via like email? I'm like, no, I'm not
Yeah,
sending you
no.
my project. I never do that. Like,
No,
I'm not
because it's
giving you
like
my
fucking
free
free work. Yeah. And
No
also,
way.
it's so fucking crazy because like I think I had the same issue with that company where I had an interview with them and I had like 2 or 3 interviews with them and did an assignment for them, right? And I
Yeah.
realized while I was like going through the whole thing, they were kind of like not into the fact that I don't like AI, I guess. I didn't really say much about it, to be honest, so they kind of assumed, I guess, or like watched my video. But I
Yeah.
think it was like really strange because like now I see that they are basically the leading cause for all of those videos where there's weird animals crying on the street, like those
Yeah.
like that
The
slop.
capybara. The
They're the
capybara with
ones,
the
yes.
fucking
Yeah, they're the ones who are producing most of it. And that's why I was like, when I saw their Instagram, I was like, are you guys sure you want this image for yourself? Who are you trying to attract to like use your software?
we should just out them. We should just out them.
Yeah, it's Wondershare.
But yeah. So has anything changed since I've been gone with the economy and the work field and no. But are we
Not
still
really.
gonna rock? Yes.
Some weird shit, eh?
Help us find a way, guys, to monetize the pod better. Because then
If you know
that,
this shit, if you work in the field or
yeah,
you
if
are
you
a
work in this,
producer, you work in video like production or film
please,
production and stuff like that, I know quite a bit, but I feel like this is something that I don't understand because to be honest, a lot of the time, a lot of the things that are considered normal seem to me like a scam, So it's not like I'm saying that I just want to hear what people think so I could like maybe have new ideas and think about them in a sense of how can I do this without doing something that I personally see as a scam. You know what I mean?
dude, I've been even thinking, like literally me this morning after my meeting with the company I just worked for, freelance, by the way, I don't work for them full time. So I was like, click, click, click. I'm like, jobs where you work at night, nobody sees you. I even do that. Like, guys, don't even get it twisted. The jobs I'm applying for aren't even like high ranking. First of all, the jobs that I'm actually qualified for, I would say even more qualified for, still tell me I'm not qualified, even though I've worked in the field for 10 years.
Oh, that's the thing that pisses me off the most. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? That's the exact reason why I'm like, why is it hard to get a job as a producer when I'm pulling 1,000%, 10,000% more engagement than you do on podcast? I'm not even talking about the
Yeah, it
like
kills me.
YouTube.
It kills me, dude.
And like they do it with an entire studio with a bunch of people working for them,
Yeah.
and they can't pull it together. It's fucking ridiculous. How did they even end up there if they can't pull it together with all that, with all those resources? How is this real?
Dude, literally me questioning it every day. I'm like, how many more years do I need? By the time I have enough spirit experience, I'd probably be dead. Like,
And you know, the worst thing is like with a lot of people who, because you know, sometimes you talk to people who are like, oh, creative fields, like, of course you don't have a job, whatever, right? Or like, of course you have to freelance instead and like kind of go up and down every single month and whatever the hell. And it's like, yeah, okay, but explain why my friends who are in the sciences and engineering and stuff like that are struggling.
yeah, also
Why are
guys,
they
like,
having a hard time finding a job to start
yeah.
their careers?
I also applied for non-art jobs too. I mean, I have
Well, yeah,
education
of course.
in law.
Hmm.
So I worked at a law firm as like a legal assistant.
Hmm.
Not even those jobs. Not even those jobs.
Yeah.
I used to work for the hospital, not even
Hmm.
them. So it's not just the arts, guys.
Yeah.
Like it's
No, the
really
thing is,
bad.
it's like, it's so weird because I know for a fact that engineers are struggling. And even when you do get some kind of interviews, the part that's kind of killing everybody is that the people who are hiring are people who are making drones to bomb places. And obviously,
To
as
bone to bone.
to bomb places. Fuck, I'm still with heated rivalry mind. But it's like so fucking depressing because like after we found out where UBC is sending things, the best use of our money is fucking making yaoi or yaoi, whatever, however you fucking
Yeah.
pronounce it. Because I know that we pronounce it a bit differently, like when you speak Russian. So I don't know how to pronounce it, but basically gay shit. This is the best use of our money because otherwise it's sent to fucking like bombs and war and stuff like that. So that's
Yep, pretty much. Anyways, back. Wow, first episode back, ready back on our bullshit.
fuck. No, seriously, the thing is, like, my mom was literally talking to me yesterday, and she was like, Lisa, for the love of God, can we not? Because, like, every time we have any conversation, we were just talking about, like, heated rivalry, and we ended up talking about, I think, like some political shit or whatever, something about the economy and how like this guy died in Alberta because he was waiting in line at in the
Oh,
ER.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So fucked.
And then everyone here is like trying to fucking use it as a way to privatize everything. And it's like, yeah, let's make it so everyone who's poor dies. Because
Yeah,
first they
because that will
defunded
make it better.
the Daniel Smith, she like defunded everything, and then they're like, it doesn't work well. Yeah, you defunded the fucking system. How is it gonna work well if you defunded it? Dumbasses, I swear to God. Like it's like they wanna throw hands for real. And my mom was like, how did we end up here? I started a conversation about some gay show, and you've always ended with like conversations about revolution and other things like that. I'm like, listen,
Because it's all
I'm tired of
connected.
myself too, mother. I'm tired of myself too. It's just the thing is, I feel shit coming. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this is just the beginning brewing stage, you know?
Yeah, this is just like the peaking dog when you need to take a huge dump. Like it's coming out.
Yes.
You
It's
feel it
coming
coming out.
out. It's and the thing is it's like I know that people are starting to really feel it because the rise of the far right is usually a really bad sign in terms of how heated things are gonna get. Heated rivalry?
Yeah.
Anybody? Sorry.
That's actually freaking awesome. Yeah, there's also a heated rivalry right now in society,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. So it's like it's just like one of those things, and especially with America, for example, banning. What did they banned talking about or like promoting communism or talking about they basically, oh my God, you guys like really have fucking issues. Like you got so
Seriously.
many, and also we have this like issue in Canada too right now with like a lot of right wingers. We
Yeah,
literally had like a martial arts thing just exposed in Vancouver for being like a white nationalist group.
dude, I was driving down this into the suburbs and literally saw like two houses with Confederate flags, and I'm like, you guys know we're in Canada, right?
What are you doing here?
Not that that matters because
Yeah,
like of course there's freaking like evil conservative white folk
people
around, but
everywhere.
like
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, we're really going this far. It's crazy.
No, it's ridiculous,
Crazy.
dude. I also yesterday, you know what? Someone commented because I posted on my main channel community post. I posted about how I was gonna stream with Waverly. We were gonna
Mhm.
stream Nancy Drew, by the way.
Oh
And
my God, I was obsessed with her. I had all the books.
I posted about it, and I used the picture of, Cynthia Riva, where she's like going like this, like the concept of, and
Yeah.
I have an image of her with Bloom, who also does this, like
Yeah.
they're like in one image. And
Yeah.
I used it, and some motherfucker went into my comments and he was like, "Why did you put this cute ginge next to this creature?" So I responded to him. I said, "I'm gonna kill you." Granted,
Oh, wow, wow.
listen,
Don't try me.
yeah, but also YouTube immediately deleted it. So his comment is fine, but mine isn't.
Your comment, dude.
I can't even threaten to kill somebody on my own turf in my
That's
own
actually
comments.
ridiculous.
Why?
Yeah, in my own little country that I've made on YouTube.
Yeah,
What is it?
under my roof, the roof being the sky. I don't understand.
We should we should find him on a different platform.
Dude,
Recomment it.
seriously, I took a screenshot of it and posted it just so people know what's up, because I will say it again. Of course, YouTube is going to delete it, but I'm going to say it again. Because the thing is, like, what do you think this is? You think I'm going to be chill about it? I'm going to be like, no, don't be racist in my comments.
Yeah.
No, we're past
No.
that, bitch. Especially knowing, like, considering that you're writing it in English and you understand English, I'm already suspicious. I'm already
Yeah.
suspicious of what your parents were doing, and what your grandparents were doing, and what you think is normal. The fact that Black Panthers are banned in America, but you can be in KKK, that's enough for me. That's enough for me to know what I'm dealing
Yep.
with.
Every time I think about that is really crazy to me. Like,
Don't even start me on
and
it, because I will lose
yeah.
it. I will fucking
No,
lose
no,
it.
no.
Like,
We won't
it's
go there. We won't
literally
go there.
ridiculous.
I already had a fucked up rant last night. Crash out every 2 business days for real. Actually, I crash out every like couple hours because like something triggers me and I'm like, holy shit.
It's literally fucking everything, dude. Like, I go to the store, I see that a Fuji apple is $4, and I lose it. Like, I have to. Like, I can't do it anymore. For real. Immediately, I'm like, fuck the Loblaws guy. Don't remember his name, but he should be shot.
Yeah. Fuck
Like,
law, that's right.
fuck all the oligarchs here. Fuck everyone who's protecting the oligarchs. All of you are assholes. We need an international thing, not just in one place. We need to get rid of them everywhere.
2026 is our year to ruin lives.
Actually,
2026 is
fix lives. We're doing it out of love, not out of hate, bitch.
hate.
Because the thing is, I genuinely like, and the thing is, my mom was always like, "Lisa, let's not." But then she goes to the store too, and then she comes back and she's like, "The fucking milk is costing this much, and this is
Let's
like, I
get
didn't buy
ready
even anything, and it's already
to ruin
$150." And I'm like,
lives.
"Yes, mother, yes, exactly." And she's like, "God damn it, I'm like literally you, but like in a different font." And I'm like, "Yeah,
Everyone hold hands.
everyone." We're all in this together.
One thing I'm proud of my like since I've been gone is since you've
This
been
is
gone.
gone.
Okay, but like seriously, is I've really locked it down when it comes to not being nice to them evil right wingers, but also neutral ass bitches. I used to
Because
be
it's
like trying
because
to,
it's really easy with the right wingers. They're like immediately like, because they're pretty straightforward, so you immediately know like, oh, I can go all out. It's
yeah,
fair.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm
But
like,
neutral ass bitches, it takes a while to realize that they're also the problem.
yeah.
Do you
I
by
used to
chance have a
not. I
gun
used
I
to
could
just
borrow?
be like very calm, but now I'm just like scorched earth. Like
Yeah,
I can't even pretend to be nice anymore about it.
because the thing is, in this climate, you have to be on like purposefully closing your eyes on things to not realize what's going on. Even if you were coming from upper middle class, you are probably lower middle class now.
Yeah.
If you are so like, you're still feeling it, and if you're closing your eyes still, it just tells me that you are such an astronomical level of self, to the point where like there's no conversation we can really have that's productive. Like not a single thing. And also, I don't really ask for perfection in terms of people always understanding things and whatever, but you can tell when you're talking to somebody whether they give a fuck about people or not,
Yeah.
whether they give a fuck about anything really. And I think that whenever you talk to somebody and you're like, you're just like an annoying ass bitch, like there's no point in having this conversation. I think sometimes
Yeah.
people hear this and they're like, oh, you're probably constantly correcting people about things or whatever. And it's like,
No.
it's kind of like, I had a roommate and her mom was over, and her mom was called the noodles like Chinese noodles or something, but they were like Japanese. And my roommate was like, oh my god, they're like not Chinese or whatever. But I was like, dude, honestly, that's not racist. She's a white woman that doesn't know different types of noodles. That's not a problem. Like, you can just correct her without trying to make her out to be evil. Do you know what I mean?
It's always
like, there's stupid
always
shit like
funny.
that where it's like, okay, well, this is just dumb.
It's always that. Why is it always it's like people get angry over like start fighting over the dumb shit that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
we
when we're talking about fixing something, right? They're like, well, it's just how it is. We can't feed everybody, or we can't do that. But whenever it's about fucking like screaming at someone because they don't know the difference between Chinese and Japanese noodles as a white woman in Canada, it's like, we're right here doing it. That's so useless.
it's like the people who like get angry at it's there, not there. like those people who want to correct stupid stuff. It's like, how about we fight against people who actually deserve to be beat up, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're
How about we deal with that first, and then we can talk
Yeah.
about the little things. We can talk about details.
Let's talk about human rights.
Yeah. How about we make sure that we can all eat, have our own money, or our own
roof
shelter,
over our head.
yeah, our own right for a job and stuff like that. Let's make sure that all of us have it, regardless of gender, color, whatever the fuck. And then we'll talk about other specific things that could be beneficial for specific groups. Kind of like, you know, like people are okay with bombing a country because it's like, for example, more homophobic on average, for example, than like another country. And it's like, okay, well, that's not gonna help solve the homophobia. Let's start there.
Yeah,
Because
literally.
you want to fight it, great. I honestly, personally, I don't understand why people think it's a big deal whether you're gay or not. I just don't understand what the big deal is, to be honest. Like, for those people who are like homophobic, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't have it in me. Like this weird reaction to it. You know what I mean? Like, I never had it.
It's like
Even when I was growing up back home, I never had like this visceral negative reaction. Even when people around me were like homophobic, I was always like, why do you give a fuck? Why do you give a fuck that much?
Yeah.
It's not like someone's forcing you to be gay. Anyway, so I think that it's kind of like one of those things where when you make sure that everyone has what they need for life starts to get better for everybody, because
100%.
because no one is like as angry. There's way fewer crimes and stuff like that. You have to materially change things for people to start being better, because our material conditions are dictating how good or bad we are as people. Like, I can see it with Russia. We were a lot better when we were Soviet Union in terms of people on average. People on average gave more a fuck.
Even in just a personal sense, like
Yes,
the amount of shit
that's what I mean.
had to the amount of shit I've done in my life that I would never have done if I were just like stable is crazy. And it actually makes me like really depressed to think about it, you know?
Yeah, it's like this was forced. This was
Yeah.
not like my decision to do this. I had basically, it was this or death. It was this or even a worse like situation that I'm currently in, for example, right? And you don't even want to do it. You didn't want to do it. A lot of the things that
takes you a long time too, because our society is going to make you feel guilty about doing it.
Yeah,
you know? Like
because they
it took
treat
me
everything
so
as a
long to
personal
not-
decision, even when it's
Yeah.
like the personal decision is doing this or jail, for example, or whatever the hell, you know. It's like, this is not a personal choice, especially when they are criminalizing being homeless. And oh my god, I forgot to say this because I was going to talk about it. When I went to Vancouver for a week and I stayed at your place, I was going somewhere for something, I don't remember, I think it was like for
love that.
something
Going
something gallery
somewhere for
related.
something.
Yeah, it was something gallery related. I don't remember why I was going. I think I was going to the venue to like set up decorate and shit like that, and like do the bar or whatever. I don't remember, but basically I was going somewhere, and I was in an Uber driving through Hastings area. And if you guys don't know what Hastings area is, it's kind of like our Skid Row.
Yeah.
And it's gotten so much bigger. It used to be kind of like a corner, you know, with a lot of like activity, a lot of people who are buying, selling shit or whatever, who are homeless, kind of, you know, talking to each other, doing things, whatever. Like they have their own community and whatever. Now it's gotten so much bigger. Like it's not just one corner or one street.
It spans like the whole street now, essentially.
The whole
Like
street,
so
yeah.
many blocks. Yeah.
People sleeping one to like, it's literally like the amount of people is crazy, okay? And the worst part is that whenever you talk about it with people, they have this disgusted face that is like it, you know, it's one thing to be disgusted with the situation, right? To be like, how did we end up here, that this is how our people are living, right? And it's a different thing to be looking at them and being like, yeah, the police need to like get rid of them here. Like, why are they in the center of the city? Yada, yada, yada. And it's like, okay,
Ugh.
I can't stand you bitches. Also, Ken
Yeah.
Sim can suck my ass. I cannot deal with that mofo. The fact that he keeps on getting more and more cops to deal with his issues, this is not dealing with the issues. We don't need 6 people, as I've seen, going through somebody's little backpack, a guy who lives on the streets, taking his backpack. Are you kidding me? Are you insane?
So
Anyway,
stupid.
but the point being is that that whole area, while I was in an Uber, I was like, fuck, it's gotten worse even just in the past year. And we were just like passing by so many, I don't know, I was so depressed because I think it used to be that yes, they were on the streets, but they at least had something to sleep on. Now you see so many people who are either like their disability has gotten really really bad, right? Because like the thing is, when you're disabled, the paycheck that you get is also dependent on whether you have a place to live, and if you don't have a place to live, they cut
Yeah.
it,
Yes.
and then you basically have even less money to live on. And it's so expensive to have a place in Vancouver that it's, I don't even know, and it's hard to get it too. It's hard to rent it because they are looking at your like credit score and other things like that. You need to have a job and you need to have references from other landlords and stuff like that. It's fucking insane. And just seeing them, like, dude, so many people looked like they fell and they just like fell asleep in that position. Like they didn't
Yeah.
look like they lied down to sleep. They looked like they, and they didn't look like they passed out necessarily either. It was really weird because the amount of people who were sleeping in really uncomfortable positions like this, and they were completely like just so flat on the ground, where I was like, I'm not sure whether they fell like that and fell asleep, if they fell and they're passed out, if they're even alive, to be honest, because it's
Yeah.
so many people in those positions. Like you can tell that they might not even be quite aware of where they are at this point because they're in such a state of stress. Their body is like not really
Yeah.
registering
Yeah.
what's going on.
It's
And
so brutal.
it's so weird because these are the mofos that were telling everyone while they were fucking lynching people and stuff like that. They were telling Soviet Union was like the worst thing that happened to people and stuff like that. It's just so weird to me because now I'm looking at them like up close. You suck. You fucking suck. How, you know what? We should have had our borders open so people go and see it. People should have
Yeah.
gone and seen LA and seen Skid Row. They should have gone and seen Americans, like the way that their government is making them live. Then we wouldn't have maybe been in this situation where we don't even have our own anymore. We have the same situation now. We don't we,
Yeah.
we don't have a choice basically now, be there or be here and have like different types of lives or whatever. It's just it's absolutely diabolical. The amount of it's just so inhumane, I think. And our
100%.
the fact that they come up with new ways of like building streets to not allow people to sleep on that on the ground, instead of, I don't know, building some buildings where they can live. Instead of
Dude, it's
building
like,
housing, they build new, they rebuild our downtown area to have spikes everywhere so you can't sit down anywhere. What the hell is going
and
on?
then building a bunch of like new apartments that people act like on Hastings that no one actually can afford either.
Yeah.
And then just taking up space where they could build co-ops, or not co-ops, housing,
Hmm.
where they could have just done that,
And they're
hoping
all
like the
standing
gentrification will
empty.
push them
All
away.
these houses empty. I lived
Didn't.
in Shaughnessy area, which is like really, it's considered to be a really expensive area, but I was living in a really old apartment building, so it's not like it wasn't expensive because of that. And I think honestly, all the buildings there, it's like big, massive fucking castles, okay? Like probably 16 bedroom homes and stuff like that. And dude, all of them are empty. All the entire year. That's
Yep.
why there's so many people who just like whenever someone commits a crime, like kills somebody, they drop the body there because no one's gonna find it for at least a year because no one lives there. It's just like
Dude, like
property.
there's this honestly, there's this new building in Hastings that is they're just like, "Oh my God, it's so sick. We recycled crates. You know, like shipping crates, those big crates. It's so sick." Okay, I'm like, "Okay, so you can do that and charge people 3,500 for a one bedroom, one bath and be so proud of recycling crates." Like, and nobody, first of all, there's barely any people living. Like, there's so many empty ones, dude.
Because it's a fucking crate, by the way. Why does it cost so much to live in it? It's
Yeah,
a
and also
crate.
it also that's the thing. It didn't cost as much to build. Like, it's recyclable and it's like cheaper to make. Why not make it housing? Like, you think gentrification is going to push them, like push the homeless people away from this certain area? It's like, dude, they have nowhere to go. What are you
More and more
doing? Like,
people are becoming homeless every single day. What do you think is going to happen? Like we can't, like what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
yeah, I saw like and they're getting younger and younger. I saw like a couple of teenage looking, like oldest, like max, like in their 2021, just like
You know,
all like
younger ones is actually quite
living.
common, I feel like, to see. I feel like the fact that we have a lot of old people who are homeless is what's so shocking to me
Yeah,
because it's
that's a lot
like
too.
a whole life lived, most of them. When I found out, the thing is, I didn't know the statistics of like how many people are employed, for example, people who are homeless. Many of
Mhm.
them, about 40% of them have two jobs and they are on the streets. Like how is this? And the thing is like also Canada really requires slave labor to function. I did not know how bad our farming situation is.
Yeah,
The
it's
farms
really
are
bad.
employing immigrants, but they're employing them in a way where they like bring them in for work, but it's like different from LMIA, where LMIA
Mm.
you have a chance of maybe getting a visa that is like a permanent residency, right? Like there's like paths to assimilating or
Mhm.
paths to becoming a citizen over years, right? And usually it like takes a million years actually through LMIA, but with this particular visa that they bring people in with, it's a visa that's basically only for working at one place on one farm, and there's no paths to naturalization to like getting like a
Uh,
citizenship. Basically, people come in and they are paid less than minimum wage because
yeah,
they have this visa. They basically have monopoly of like their labor. They
yeah,
can't go
yeah.
somewhere else. The worst part is that I didn't know that particular part that I found out just recently, that they're not allowed to leave the farm.
What?
Yeah, they literally live in like slave situation. This is modern day
Yeah,
slavery.
I actually like was in an Uber with this guy, and he was telling me how he was from Mexico, and he was telling me how he's like, yeah, actually, a lot of my family is working in
Mm-hmm.
the farms here, and like a lot of Mexicans are coming here to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, real? I was like, really? I'm like, I haven't really like personally noticed it too much, but he's like,
I've
no,
never
we're
met
working.
anybody who works
Well,
on the farms.
no, he's like, there's a lot of them. They're working on the farms. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, what really? I was like, and he was just telling me, he's like, some of them live there.
Mm-hmm.
They got a wage cut, but but they get food and
Mm-hmm.
shelter. What we know about that, like the quality of that, I'm assuming is not good.
That's
But
why we had this
I was
scandal
shook when he said that.
in 2020. Remember where like farmers were like nobody wants to work, and then it turned out that they were offering less than minimum wage, which is illegal.
Yeah.
Our minimum wage is already not good. You already
Yeah.
cannot live on it in the city, even
Not
outside the
even,
city, anywhere
yeah,
in Canada, really.
not
Let's
even
be
the
fucking real.
suburbs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fact that dude, it's just so fucked up. I didn't know that they're literally not allowed to leave the farm. They're not
That's
allowed
like
to leave.
that is literally it's modern day slavery.
It is. Like, what are
I
we
mean, we
gonna,
are in a
like, what
state of it.
else are we gonna call it for real? And
Yeah.
like, people are like, well, you can complain and whatever. If you complain, you get stuck where you have to basically give up your wages and still be confined to the farm, and you don't have a visa to work anywhere else but the farm.
Anywhere else.
So you're
Yeah.
basically screwed. You're just gonna have to sit there without like any money. And why do you think people come here? You think that they come here because they have money back home to like just sit around and wait in Canada for the decision to be made legally? It's absolutely bullshit. And also, I noticed that, like, for example, like my friend who was working in the same cafe that I was working at, she was from America. She got her permanent residency within a year. The other girl who was working with me was Filipino. It took her 8 years.
Yep. That sounds about right.
And at this point, she already fucked up her shoulder so much from working because she was also working for this company, like the cafe that I was working at. They honestly constantly get people who are on working visa for only a year just because they don't want to be paying higher wages. They just want to pay minimum wage. And also there's so many problems with them because the thing is, she started managing for them. They only raised her salary by $1 from
Classic.
yeah. On top of it all, everybody else who was a manager who was Canadian at other locations, they had a salaried job and she was still working hourly.
Dude, it's
No
just
benefits, no nothing. And then she fucked up her shoulder, which is
Yeah.
now permanently fucked up. That's how bad
It's
it
just
is. So it's a disability. She got a disability from this job and she got
Yeah.
this stupid ass fucking residency. For what? Now for what? She literally left. I don't know if she was even gonna come back. I wouldn't. I'd probably just go back home at this point.
Yeah,
Because
at
what's the
this
point?
point,
What's the point?
it's just like the racism, the
It's
classism, like
insane, dude.
it's so blatant
It's
at this
really bad
point.
with Filipinos here.
Oh yeah,
Like
100%.
real bad.
Yeah, it's kind of I mean like I don't know. It really makes me sad, honestly. Like it's like you guys are not even trying to hide it at this point. It's like it's just so in your face. It makes me feel like disgusted. It's just like giving an American, I'm assuming, are they white or just like
Yes.
yeah, okay. See, like it's just come on.
Mhm.
Like are you fucking kidding me? Anyways, no, I don't even want to get into it. It makes me like it just makes me like so triggered.
It's like how
Anyway,
we put a limit on how many Palestinians could come in.
they don't want to see no more brown folks here.
Yeah. Fucking hell. And also,
Like,
just so
fuck
you guys
out.
know, we just put up a memorial that cost us, was it 6 million?
Yeah,
600,000 or 6 million? It's something
I
ridiculous,
don't know,
like in millions.
something stupid. Yeah.
To put up this slab of fucking, just a piece of rock. A rock, right? A marble, piece of marble? I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, it's a granite,
yeah,
something.
some shit like that. It's just like a block, and it costs so much fucking money, and it's literally called a memorial to victims of communism. They had to put it up with blank like
Yeah,
little
blank name
pieces.
plaques.
Yeah, name
Yeah, the
plaques.
plaques. Yeah.
Because they got in trouble for the fact that all the names were Nazi.
Nazis.
Yeah,
Like, you guys,
everyone who was submitted, the names that were submitted turned out to be a Nazi, a well-known one at that.
like, can we not be any more? I can't deal with it. Like, it's it's too embarrassing.
The white
Like,
supremacy here, it runs deep, girl. It runs deep. It's not about stereotypes. It's not about people making a joke or two about an accent or something. It's about the fact that they don't see others as human. That's what's scary, okay?
yeah, I remember I think we were talking about this before, but yeah, like it's actually unbelievable. It's actually unbelievable. Like, really, guys? We already made that dumbass mistake, like, of applauding a famous Nazi
Oh
general.
my god, yes, I forgot about that.
And then you still go on to make this, like, do you y'all don't even use your dumbass meta AI shit to like do a quick search. Like,
Where is the memorial for the native children that you put
yeah, where's
in mass graves?
yeah, where's the
Mass.
memorial?
Where are they?
Yeah, where's the memorial for all the black slaves that you harbored? And this is not even stuff I learned at school. This is stuff I learned myself, like through
Yes.
research and
Everything
whatever.
I
And
know
it's
is
like
also myself because in Alberta they taught only there was one page in my history book about native
the
people.
fur trade.
Yes.
The fur
And it
trade.
was
Hudson's
only
Bay.
one page, dude. To this day, it pisses me off when people call groups in Russia like the same way as they do here. They're like, "Oh, native people of Russia." First of all, the ones that are like on the eastern side, because we don't have on the western side, it's just like Russians. But on the eastern side, girl, they have names. Okay,
Yeah.
I like what the people that I'm familiar with. The only ones that I know is Buryat people. I don't know anybody else because I didn't live in other places. It's not the same. We don't call them one name. Okay, they're different nations. They have their names. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and here I didn't even know that they had names until I started to learn it myself as an adult, and I was like, I need to look it up because I'm like, this is
Yeah.
funky that they what like just one name for all of them, but they don't seem to have the same thing going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
not the same cultures, not the same traditions, not the same way of life. Like they're just really diverse and different. Yeah. Like,
but yeah,
God
but
damn it,
they to
guys.
this day they say the same fucking shit to me. Like,
Yeah.
they genuinely, for example, like whenever I tell somebody that I'm from, like I'm Siberian, it's because it's such a big place that I'm kind of like just showing that I'm from the eastern side, not the western side. And the amount
Mhm.
of people who come back with like, oh, so like the native Russian girl, I would have said the name of the nation,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because even Russians do that.
Yeah. I
Like
don't know.
even we do that.
They're just
Like
used to
be for
not
real.
acknowledging. They're just not used to acknowledging different peoples, you know? It's
Yeah,
us
I
and then there's
mean,
those guys. Like,
yeah,
it's
but it's
giving
like it's
that.
so crazy. Like it's we also have issues. We are also, especially now that we're an oligarchy, we have racism like blossoming. But dude,
Hmm.
the fact that they don't even fucking call them by their name,
Hmm.
another gay story. Call me by your name.
Call me by your name. I think, yeah, seriously. Dude, I've been getting like racially slurred like at least like twice a week recently.
What?
I was talking to my friend about this like not too long ago. She's Indian. And like we've been like, damn, like have you been feeling like that shit's rampant? I'm like, dude, it totally is becoming more like,
I've noticed with Indian people, people have started to get really bad here
well, I mean, I
recently.
think people think I'm Chinese,
Uh huh.
so they'd be saying like like slang terms for that, like not slang, sorry, like derogatory shit. And I'm like, fucking, what the fuck is your problem?
Who's saying that? Like older people, younger people, who? Uh,
Older people,
older?
100%. Yeah, older people. Like I was at No Frills one time,
Uh
and
huh.
I was like walking in the aisle with the shopping cart, and then
Mm-hmm.
I was like with these two like this older white lady and I guess her like husband or whatever. And I didn't move. Why should I?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
do you know what I mean? Like you
Mm-hmm.
move. I have a cart and you have like
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
basket.
Mm-hmm.
Just go this way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm looking at the stuff. And then they were like, I'm not gonna say it, but they were just like being really rude to me and they called me a so
Mm.
so I'm just like,
Fucking hell.
do you
Did you
not
know?
do you not understand what I'm saying? Do you not understand English?
Yeah, because
Dude,
English is so hard
just
to understand, bitch. Like, come on now. First of all, but second of all, it's also like, I can see by your face that you're an ugly ass bitch. That's
I was
enough
like,
for me to
dude,
understand.
I'm like, if you're in a like don't make me get banned from my favorite no frills right now. Because I don't
Dude,
care if you're old. I will fucking fight you.
at the airport, when I was going back to, I think when I was going, no, no, no. Actually, basically, when did I get like held up? Was it when I was in Calgary flying to Vancouver or other way around? I don't remember. I think it
It was
was
when you were,
Calgary,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, it was scary. Yeah.
So there was like this woman who like older white woman,
Mhm.
and they were like reading the announcements in English and in French, right? So
Yeah.
and the thing is, again, French also colonizers, also people here who are like in the like good position, let's say that way, right?
Yeah.
And she was like so pissed off about them reading it in English, or I mean in French. She was like, "Speak English." It's like, okay, first of all, she can't hear you. Second of all, it's a recording, so she
fuck?
definitely can't hear you. Third of all, well, if these bitches are getting antsy about French, oh, we're in trouble.
Oh, that is actually,
You know what I mean? Like if they're getting
yeah.
pissed about French, which has been a thing for them their entire lives, that it's in both languages, right? It's not like a
Yeah.
new occurrence.
Yeah.
At this point, like
We're
I'm
doomed.
like sitting there, I'm like, ooh.
Oh.
Someone was like stopped. I saw this guy walking around and with like a video camera on the street, and he wasn't like, he was just like filming the street. And also, if you don't want to be in that video, whatever the hell, just like step away, I guess. But also, like, who gives a fuck? Like, he's just filming the
Yeah.
street. But this woman got like up in his face, and she's like, "What are you? Some kind of I think she said like it's either some kind of Eastern European, or she said like some kind of, she said something along those lines, but something like it was kind of said in a rude word. I
Yeah.
don't remember what it was, but like the
Yeah.
way that she
Yeah.
said that, it was something. And she was like, "What are you, one of those? Like whatever the fuck." And it's like, well, first of all, yeah, he was. So, I don't know what kind, but
And what's your
he was
problem?
something. Yeah, and it's like so weird because she got into his face being like, "I don't want to be in your video." Well, why is your face this close to the camera then?
Dude, do you want attention so bad, ho? Like,
First of all, yes.
fucking leave.
But second of all, I'm just saying, if they're getting antsy about the just French being read out loud, and these are old white women, right? And they're getting antsy about French being used, we're in trouble. Like if they can't tolerate the whites, what are we? What, like it's clearly there's something
Yeah, like
going on.
it's like getting so bad.
Like it's getting worse. Yeah, it's always like
Yeah.
there's always been. It's obviously they're fucking put up a a memorial to Nazis. Of course, it's been bad here, but it's
Just like
getting
next
hot in
level.
here.
Yeah.
And you know what? She was so nice to this family of New Zealanders.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, and I was like, right.
Not the Kiwis, like the actual the colonizing.
Yes. Yeah. And I was like, ew, you guys piss me off. Like seriously, you're so
Dude,
annoying.
I'll never get dude. I don't know why this just. I guess it's just like like after that whole no frill scenario. But
Mhm.
every time like white people expect me to move for them,
Mhm.
pisses me off so much.
Yeah,
It's
don't.
just like it's like a microaggression that people just don't understand. Dude, like truly, they'll stand right in front of you and expect you to move. The amount of times I've gotten that in my life before, I used to never think about it that way because I was a dumb kid.
Mhm.
But now I'm like, bitch, I'm not fucking moving. We can have a standoff if you want, but I'm standing right here.
My mom, and again, my mom is not like, you know, woke or whatever the fuck. Like, well, she
Yeah.
is, but it's kind of by accident, just because she's like a nice person.
Yeah.
I think.
She's
I
just a
think.
good person.
She's just a good
She's just
person.
a good
Yeah.
person. That's what it
And
is.
like it's so crazy. Like she one time she was like, they came back home, my mom and my brother, and she was like, it's so crazy. The same people that were smiling and telling me like, oh, like good morning and whatever to her on the streets in our neighborhood when she was passing by, are now their face drops as soon as they see my brother, because my brother looks he honestly he looks quite Uyghur. Like if you put
Yeah.
him next to any Uyghur, like they look very similar. And it's so crazy because she was like, yeah, and my mom was blonde and blue-eyed, okay? So it's like they're walking on the street and she's like, they look at me, they're like, oh, good morning, and then they see my brother and they're like,
Yeah.
immediately,
seriously.
my mom was like, it's so jarring because they will drop their face.
Yeah. You know how many times like my brother, my younger brother in high school got the cops called on him at least 3 times
For what? Like just
because
existing?
no, I'm not even kidding you for just existing because like the school we went to, he has predominantly white friends
Mm,
because of the area that our school is in, or well,
yeah.
not my, we both
Mm,
graduated, but and you know, they're kids, they're teenagers, they dabble in weed, but they would all of them
mm-hmm.
at the time. My brother doesn't smoke weed at all anymore, but literally it would be his friends like weed, like they'd actually have weed in their lockers, but only they actually called a cop and made him and broke his locker and searched him in front of everybody. And he literally had nothing in there. And this has happened like multiple times because
What
he's like if
what the
he looks
hell?
and to clarify, my brother looks like my grandma is indigenous, so she's
Mm-hmm.
very dark skinned.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever seen indigenous Filipino people, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean. And
Mm-hmm.
he takes on her looks, so he's like
Yeah.
very dark, right? So
Mm-hmm.
and like anyways, just racist ass shit. Anyways,
And it's so crazy because I find that Vancouver is easier to exist in as an immigrant
yeah.
than Calgary.
Oh,
Um,
100%. But
I
those are just
was
some
genuinely,
examples.
I genuinely, you know, the first year in Canada, I was like, fuck, I don't know if, I don't know if this is gonna pan out. And then
Yeah.
when I moved to Vancouver for school, I was like, I could at least, how do you even say that? Not let my breath out. How do you,
You feel like you could breathe a little bit, like
yeah, like
like it's like
I felt like a whole weight fell off my shoulders. Even though the thing is,
yeah,
I'm white. Like this is not even
yeah.
that much of a difference,
Not the right
really.
kind, but
Not the right kind, but
you will
still,
pass if you don't talk.
if I shut up. In any
If you
case,
shut up, you will pass.
it's so weird because I think like here in high school, dude, they would just literally directly tell me shit like, oh, change your, like they would see my mail account being in Russian and they would like force me to change it to English in front of them.
That's
And it's like,
freaking
why do you give a fuck that my email account is in Russian?
like
What do
fuck
you give a
off,
fuck of?
dude.
And it would be one thing, but then like they would directly tell me when I was in, you know, like writing a resume at the like guidance council or whatever the hell, the guidance council was like, remove that you can speak Russian, and also remove anything that you did before if you have any experience in anything or whatever the hell,
Ugh,
because like they're not gonna hire you. I was like, fuck, okay.
dude, that's
But
actually
I can't
crazy.
hide that I'm Russian. I'm like visibly so. I grew up there. You can tell, like people can tell I'm European, but then they can also later on, whenever I start speaking, you can hear I have an accent.
Yeah, it's like,
And
oh, should I like? What am I gonna do about
like
that?
not
Like, what the
speak.
hell?
Like, should I be mute now? Would that
Yeah,
work? And even then, sometimes it
yeah.
doesn't work because I obviously look a little mixed. But if they like it usually does.
Mm,
If they're okay with French, they usually assume I'm French, and then that is fine for a little while. But as
yeah,
soon as they realize I'm not French, that's when it's like they're really weird about us.
yeah. Of course.
Which again, you only realize when you're here because
Yeah,
you just don't know the amount of stereotypes and the amount of microaggressions that people came up with here.
is crazy.
It's like a diabolical level that you don't even know exists until you move here. Like you
Mhm.
genuinely in other places in the world you just don't know that this type of shit exists.
Yeah, I've been talking to a lot more POC creatives recently, which is
Mm,
funny to even say because like this year was probably the first time I've ever been in a production that was predominantly POC. Like
mm,
made by POCs for POCs, like that kind of situation.
mm,
And dude, the working difference was so refreshing in a way because like I felt like for the first time I was like fully understood. Like, oh my God, I'm not the craziest person. I'm not crazy thinking, oh, every like these certain things are microaggressions. Everyone here has experienced it. You know
mm,
what I mean? Like sometimes I feel like, oh, am I being one of those people who are like, ugh, the fucking too woke, fucking Karen complaining about everything, but no, it's guys, it's like lots of people are feeling it. Lots of people are feeling it. It's not
Also, I
just
think
us.
because I'm like not from here, sometimes I don't know when something is like a microaggression or not, but I just kind
Yeah.
of trust that you'll tell me.
No, I do tell
You'll
you.
tell me, yeah, you'll tell me so I'll find out. But like,
And honestly, I
yeah.
feel like even like for like it doesn't even matter like what race you are really, because like I've met people who are white and don't do that.
Mm.
It's literally like whether or not you're a fucking like you have a sense of humanity, whether or not you're a good person.
Whether
Like,
you were like made to be a fucking colonizer, I feel like
yeah,
like
seriously. It,
there's something about this like
yeah,
I don't know, dude.
it's yeah,
Because the
it's
thing is,
fucking
you don't
annoying.
have to experience it to find it icky, or you don't have to be woke to find some things icky just on an intuitive level. I had this whole, like, a huge fight when I was like 13 in my, like, I took classes outside of school to learn French. I didn't really learn that much because I had to leave after like 2 months or something. Not from the school, but I went to Cyprus for a while. And I literally had this huge fight with this boy who was also 13 in my class because he wouldn't stop making like this jokes and stuff like that and kind of like poking at the teacher he was this guy who was, I think he was from Niger, and
Yeah.
he spoke English, French, and Russian, and he taught us in
Mhm.
Russian, right?
Yeah.
And he kept on like making fun of his Russian. Again, back then I wouldn't call myself very well, like, I didn't understand the world. Of course, I was
Hmm.
13. But
Yeah.
also again, I didn't know about racism as a systemic thing or racism like in really clear terms. I didn't even understand whenever people were calling me like, "Oh, what are you, a feminist?" I didn't know what that meant, okay?
Yeah.
So this is not to be like I was woke, but it's still something that pissed me off. And I haven't been an immigrant at that point, right? So I didn't know what it
Mhm.
feels like to not speak the language that is the majority in the area. But it pissed me off so much that we had this whole fight with him. I was like, you need to stop this, like, constantly making these jokes, as if he would also use, like, he would start speaking quickly or like use words that are like not that common and stuff like that on purpose so that guy wouldn't understand that he's making fun of him. And
Mhm.
I realized later on when I was like 16, 17, and in school, I realized that sometimes I can't pick up, like, I'm not 100% sure whether they're being mean or not. So I have to kind of just, just swallow
Yeah.
this disgusting situation, because otherwise I'm going to come off as insane and
Mhm.
anti-social if I lose it on them and I'm like, I didn't understand, for example, that it was like something that wasn't that basically, if I misunderstand something, I'm kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
putting myself in a situation where I'm seen as aggressive by others or like as unfriendly or as crazy, like this strange girl
Yeah.
from somewhere or whatever the hell. So you kind of have
Yeah.
to swallow a lot of shit even though you don't want to, because
Oh,
you're not sure.
100%.
And
Yeah.
the thing is, back then I didn't understand this in terms of like having that experience, but I
Hmm.
still understood that it's icky to do so. So I screamed at him,
Hmm.
and then I had to like we had to have like this counseling session so we can like again be in class together, because I was like literally like, you're such a little loser, you can't even speak Russian well, let alone speak any other language that's not yours. You can't even speak
Yeah.
our language well, bitch, to that little boy, right? Because he was like, I was like, it's not like you are even good at one thing that you are born with.
I love how you keep calling him little boy when you guys were the same age. You're like that little boy.
But yeah, we had this, it was such a, like, it was a really bad fight, dude. Like, I got in so much trouble, not because of
Hmm.
like standing up to this or something, but because of how aggressive I was about it. But it was just
Yeah.
like, it just pissed me off because it's just mean. You don't have to know that it's a
Yeah.
systemic thing to just sense that it's mean.
Yeah, dude. 100%. But yeah, like honestly, I don't think I've ever gone, and I was thinking about this today. Like I don't think I've ever like nothing I've ever spoken up about has ever been dealt with and has ever come with like a fair outcome
Yeah.
ever in my life. And I mean, like I'm born and raised here. Not
Mm-hmm.
once has like talking to like an adult, a boss, a like a higher up, has it ever turned into anything positive? So yeah, it is a lot about just like, I don't know. At this point, I'll just be a bitch to them. Like that's the most I can do.
Yeah, no, I think you should be, because if the person who you're dealing with, they don't understand like non-confrontational confrontations, like not rude confrontations, right? If they don't
Mhm.
understand simple etiquette, you're just gonna have to
Yep.
be aggressive. And the thing is, it worked. After that, he stopped doing that shit in class.
Yeah.
You just had to be mean to him, and obviously the teacher can't be, because he's a grown man, and because
Yeah.
he would have to be assuming something. I didn't realize back then, obviously, that it's kind of the same situation that I'm going to be in the future, where I also don't know when to like be mean,
Yeah.
because I'm not sure, because it's not my language.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that, like, with this shit, sometimes you just got to be mean. You just got to put people in their place, because otherwise, like, some
Yeah.
people who are like this, they don't know their place. You have to push them back into it. Like,
Like
it's just
sometimes
how
you
it is.
yeah, sometimes you can't even really teach somebody how like how or what they're doing, how like it's racist or how it's like classist or how it's like all these other things. You just have to be mean to them
Yeah.
and bully
Just
them
be mean.
back
Straight up,
so
you
that
should be.
so that they just feel like embarrassed. Like
It should be
that's
on the
the
guttural level. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the
yeah.
same thing
Yeah.
as, like, because it was a fight about just me being like, you're a little shit and it's annoying. Like, you shouldn't, like, you can't do anything yourself. Why are you talking to this guy who can speak 3 languages, you little hoe? It's the
Yeah.
same thing where, like, you're talking to them on a guttural level. You're just talking to them, like, they'll stop doing it as long as
Yes.
enough people push back on it,
Yeah.
because
So
they're
the
gonna
lesson here,
realize it on,
guys.
like, inner, like, this instinctive kind of level.
Yeah. So the lesson here, guys, is if you can't
Bully
teach
back.
somebody, yeah, is if you can't teach anybody, you can't force someone to be a kind and at the very least humane person.
Pavlov this
But
shit.
you can bully them to the point of embarrassment, and you should do that.
Yeah, Pavlov this shit.
Yeah.
If they're gonna get pushed back enough times, they'll learn on an instinctive level, just like Pavlov's dog.
Just like a little doggy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta ring that bell a couple
Sometimes you gotta ring
times.
that bell every time they say something fucked. You gotta knock them.
Yeah. Out.
It is what it is. Bully back. Bully back.
Let's
Bully
bring back.
back. Bully
Let's
back.
bully back. Bully back.
Bully back. Bully back.
I forgot what we were watching the show and like this one kid was bullying this other kid and the other kid treated him with kindness kind of vibes. And
Oh.
and then I was like, yeah, and I was like, yo, if that were my kid, I'd teach my kid to punch that kid back.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I forgot where this was. This was really recently. That's probably at like at a kind of work function thing. And they were like, I think he handled that perfect. Like I would never. Like, I'm like, dude, don't even get me started. I'm
Just
like,
push
some of you
back. It's
guys,
fine. Like, if he thinks it's fine to push on you with this amount of force, it's fine to push back with the same amount of force. It's fine.
yeah,
Like,
I'm
and it's
bullying back.
it's also social contract. You have to be able to understand why you get like pushback. You know what I mean? Like, it's really weird that in the West people are always like, "Well, how did that? Why did you do that? Whatever." Well, you did it first. So, like, don't,
Yeah,
like, what? Why are you offended all of a sudden? That's what I don't get. Like,
dude,
at
it's
least
like,
own up to it. Sometimes I'm an asshole,
yeah,
and sometimes someone is an asshole back to me because I was an asshole. I just go, you know what? Fucking fair enough. Like,
yeah.
honestly,
Actually,
fair enough.
that's what actually like gets me every time with some people. I know the biggest assholes. Like I've met and talked to the biggest assholes of this fucking planet, and like the moment you give them a taste of their own medicine, they actually can't handle it, and I find that so hilarious. Like
Yeah, they're always like, "Oh my god, ah, you little
it's
bitch."
also funny
Like,
to me that someone who's mean here is someone who's honest, and someone
yeah,
who's nice can be the most fake person ever.
the most fake person. But also, you know what I noticed? It's kind of like my ex roommate, who would like talk as if she had a script. She has the same
Mm.
tone as, like, there was some kind of character recently on TV or something, or I don't remember. I need to remember who it is, and I'll like say it in the next episode, or maybe like like on the community or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was like so weird hearing them speak. I was like, fuck, it's literally the same tone and whatever as my roommate, because it's like this really well accepted behavior here that a lot of people mimic, and they think that it makes them. I don't know. It's just like
I
they
know what
think they
you're
have a
talking about.
personality. It's like that same girl who was like, "Am I weird?" to her
Yeah,
boyfriend.
yeah. Sorry, that makes me cringe all the time.
And he was like, no, no, you're not weird. And she's like, well, I just mean weird. Like, she really wants to be
Am I
weird. You know what I mean?
weird?
Like, she's like, am I weird?
Will
Um,
you still love me? Like, girl, shut up.
and it's like so,
Girl.
but fuck, who was it? It's like recently, what did I watch where someone was like talking like that? Fuck. It like, it's gonna bother me, dude.
Pluribus?
Pluribus?
There.
Who the fuck
Oh
is
no.
Pluribus? Someone on
Heated rivalry. Let's bring it back.
it's heated rivalry, girl. Actually, you know what? It made me it made me laugh so hard because I was like watching that scene where Shane is saying something. I think to Ilya, where Ilya is like in bed, and I think it's when he asked him for a phone so he can put his phone number in or whatever.
Oh,
He's on the
yeah.
bed, and Shane is taking such a long time to ask to like get to the point. And
Yeah.
as soon as I was like, oh my god, yeah, I can't do it anymore, Ilya goes, oh my god, you're so boring.
Yeah, dude, that was
He
the
gets
most,
up, he's like, just get to the point. I was like, oh my god, literally me.
that was
Because
the
I was
most Russian thing about his character was how blunt he was. I'm like, that's too accurate. That's too accurate.
that's me
accurate
losing
to-
my patience and be like, oh my god, I can't, like, quicker, quicker.
Yeah, quick, quick.
Like, you can't just like go around and round and round this thing. Like, am I
No,
supposed to just like not fall asleep while you're doing it?
yeah, but anyone who has a Slavic person in their life, specifically a Russian, will know this kind of vibe. It was
This
so accurate. I was telling my partner too, like, dude, this is so accurate. This is so accurate. That's why he did a good job, dude. I felt
Yeah,
that.
no, seriously. And the writers too, they really know like Russian people, because even his like fucking cross on his chest was an Orthodox
the
cross.
Orthodox.
It
I
wasn't
was
the
mentioning that
Catholic one
too.
as usual when they fuck it up, you know, and they get the Catholic one. No, they got it right. They got the Orthodox one. I was like,
I
damn,
noticed that
okay.
right away. I was like,
Yeah, me
that's so
too. I was like,
Russian.
okay.
The Orthodox cross. Okay.
Also, honestly, I really like him and Svetlana. It's a bit of a bummer that they're not gonna end up together because he's like in love with Shane and stuff. But
Yeah.
because they have a vibe, but also they just like hot, so maybe that's why they just like pretty.
Yeah. But I love their friendship. I do like their friendship.
Yeah.
Anyways, all I have to
This is a
say
New
is,
Year's special. It's gonna be 2
yeah, this
hours
is a New Year's
long.
special. And for all of you people wondering about Lisa's ominous tweet, is it a tweet? Do we call it tweet still? No, I don't know what we call
Yeah,
it.
I called it tweet.
Tweet about the whole Avatar thing.
Oh, that's not a
Sorry,
tweet.
see?
I
Sorry.
posted it. I posted it on our community. Yeah, you're right.
No, Patreon.
Patreon, bitch. No.
You don't
What
get
the
the
hell?
story Patreon. If you want to
Oh
know
my
the tea
god.
on
No,
that,
we're gonna have to say it here because I got so many comments about people being like, you can't just drop this and like not say
girl,
anything else.
girl, listen. We'll bring it back for. We'll come.
Dude.
I'll be back for an episode 2 because I've gone scorched earth on this. I've done my research. I have been plotting, calculating to prove my point. Will I be in contact with James Cameron? Who knows? But let's just say there are revelations. There are newer revelations.
I think
to
we
this
should.
story.
And you know what? Everyone should go, you know, like we'll do an episode and we'll mobilize the troops. We'll find troops. We'll mobilize them
We need
to go and you know, comment, message and stuff like that and be like, Cameron, listen, you're gonna have to
you got 3 days
take
to
responsibility.
respond.
You have 3 days to respond.
Where were you in 92, bitch?
We haven't told them about this. We haven't told them about where were you in
We'll
92.
get back to it.
We'll get back to
it
you.
in
We
in
have
episode 2.
some inside jokes that we need to get you on because they're really funny and you need to know.
Yeah, but this is gonna be a juicy episode, the next one, because I have a lot to say and I've done a lot of further research on this
Yes.
after the fact because I want to shut down my doubters. I want to shut down my
Yes.
doubters.
Yes. And
Um,
we need them to know, even if there's gonna be only one comment on every post that says Cameron take responsibility for stealing from my assistant. It's gonna
then
be something. We're gonna be
I've done my job.
vindicated.
I've done my job. I've done my job. Dude, like I get so heated about this topic. It's not even funny. Like
Heated rivalry?
I mean I've only dude, I've told my partner,
You
I've
and
told my
Ken and James Cameron. Heated
dude,
rivalry.
honestly, we are heated rivalry, bitch. Like, don't even get me started. The new Avatar just came out. What is it called? Fire and Ash? Girl, don't even get me started on that. I'm like, oh, they're like, oh, James Cameron has beat I forgot what fucking movie as the highest gross. He's becoming a billionaire essentially because of this third movie. And I was like, bitch, not off my fucking work. Not off my fucking work.
Off of
Off,
child labor?
off of literal child labor. I can't do it. I
Mm,
had 2 hours. I had 2 hours to write that story. Okay.
wow.
I did that in 2 hours.
Okay,
I was
no,
a
no one knows what you're
billionaire.
talking about, so we're gonna have to
Okay.
explain later because you're like, I wrote it in 2 hours.
Sorry, I get heated. I get heated. We're coming back. We're coming back with a full episode on
Yeah, because this needs
this
to be
lore.
explained. I forgot about it. Sorry, guys. I should have grilled her immediately on it. I completely forgot until you brought it up that I got so many people pissed off that we just dropped it and then didn't elaborate.
Well, guys, I was just asking if you heard it. I was just asking because
Yeah,
like
because we forget what we
because
tell you sometimes. Like,
yeah, because we'd be
you know,
saying a lot.
we'd be saying a lot.
We'd be saying a lot of
But you know,
stuff.
one thing that's really nice, every time, like sometimes I go back to like find something or like a clip or whatever, and I'm like, wow, we're really consistent though. Like even when we tell the same story again, we're honest because we don't remember
Yeah,
shit, and we're always telling you stuff,
you
and
guys, our
it always
story.
lines up because we're honest.
Yeah, we like. We are not over exaggerating. These stories we tell you are too traumatizing to even forget. I like wish I could forget, respectfully. There's some things I wish I could forget. We'll be back. We'll be back.
We'll be ABBA.
We'll be back. We'll be
Dun, 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 dun.
back. We'll be back.
I was staying at her place when I was in Vancouver, and one time I wake up, she's on top of the stairs, and she's got, and I hear a harmonica, like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She's on top of the stairs with a little harmonica in her mouth that she wears around her neck. It's literally this big.
World's smallest harmonica. Dude, I've been
Yeah.
to like a couple stores, like when I'm just doing errands, where they're like, "Can you play it?" Like the cashiers. Dude, am I like jester? Am I this town's jester? Because the amount
Oh,
of
you
times I've
love
had to play
it.
it,
You
I
love
do
it.
love it. I
Don't
do love it. I do
even.
love
Don't
it.
even. This is so funny. You're literally doing it like as if you have two like symbols.
Symbols. That's my new instrument I want to get. The mini ones with your fingers.
Oh my
Bing,
god.
bing, 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 bing. Dude, I've been so annoying
Dude.
lately. Anyways, you guys, like, at least let me have a little bit of joy within my day.
No,
Okay? And
seriously, no, it's fine. No one is like mad about it or anything.
these little instruments, I don't know. They give me so much happiness. I don't know why.
Honestly, I loved waking up to it. It was
Well,
kind of a mood.
at some point you were like, what the fuck is going on?
I was just giggling. I even have a video
Yeah.
and I'm just giggling.
In my infamous yellow sweater.
I think so.
No, I
Yeah.
was in my yellow sweater. Like, guys, I actually wear that sweater like religiously for real.
Happy New Year.